the greatest Minecraft factions base on the entire server with an absolute ton of defenses completely maxed out and absolutely unrateable, and with an absolute extreme amount of spawners making millions of dollars by the hour. Oh, wait. You thought that was our base? Yeah, no. We still live in a couple blocks. That was the base of the #1 faction called Cope, who has over $600 million worth of value, and we have got a whopping 0. But that is okay, because in today's episode, that is completely turning around. We're creating the God base, the unrateable base, as a solo without a single rank on the server. But now, if you guys actually missed the last episode, we went ahead and set up our cactus farm. Now, if I do go ahead and show you guys, we have made a ton of progress off camera. We went ahead and started on the final 2 chunks, as we have completely finished over half of it, all the way up to the sky limit, making us a ton of money, which actually really quickly, I'm pretty sure this is pretty full. If we go ahead and start checking, oh yeah, it's all the way over here. All of these chests are completely full. Let's actually go ahead and see how much we have saved up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, 17, 23, 29, 35, 41, 47, 53. If my math is not off, that's a lot of cactus and a lot of money waiting for us. So let's actually go ahead and drink our personal sell booster, and let's go ahead and start selling. How much money we're actually at? We are currently at $5.3 million. So let's see how much money we make. And we've got our final chest here. Let's go ahead and bow once again. We are at 6.8 million. We made over $1.5 million just from a couple of hours of AFKing. We are going to be having a base looking a lot like the F-top #1 factions in absolutely no time. But now, guys, like I said, today's entire video is going to be directed toward getting our base up and finally placing some spawners to go ahead and start working on our value, and in turn making a bunch more money. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a random TP, find the perfect spot to go ahead and make our base, and I'll bring you guys right back. Okay, guys, we have gone ahead and found the perfect spot to go ahead and make our base. Now, if we actually do go ahead and check really quickly our faction, you guys can see we went ahead and invited 3 different alt accounts to go ahead and give us the power to go ahead and claim our base, because right now all 74 claims that we currently have is for our cactus farm. And now, guys, this is still a solo series, and if you guys do not have alt accounts, maybe you have friends that will go ahead and log onto the server for you. And if you don't have friends, you might want to rethink why you're playing Minecraft. And just to go ahead and prove that these aren't actually accounts, they're not doing anything for me, if we check the F2, you guys can see they are currently recruit. If I check the F permissions, I have every single permission clicked to deny. So they can't even build, they can't destroy, they cannot even teleport to the F home. So they are doing nothing beneficial for me. It's still a solo series. But now, guys, let's go ahead and claim our base. This is exactly where we want to do it. We're doing a 1x1 base. Just go ahead and make sure we finish with all the base work that we have to do. Let's go ahead and toss a claim F, claim 9, and please remember to go ahead and actually blur the chat, Hxroic. But now, guys, this also does raise a major concern. If we go ahead and check the F upgrade, you guys can see base claims current level 0, so we are only allowed 1 base claim, which is currently being used on our cactus farm. And basically what a base claim is, it makes it so your claims actually do not disappear. You guys can see the chunk unclaims in about 6 hours because it is not currently a base claim. Our cactus farm has our base claim, so what we need to go ahead and do is actually get $50 million so we can go ahead and claim our second base as our base claim as well. So here in a little bit, we are gonna have to make a massive dark zone run, probably working overnight. But now I do want to go ahead and get started just a little bit. I've got 26 chunk busters, so I want to go ahead and just do the first couple of chunks maybe, and then go ahead and maybe get the shell set up. I don't exactly know what base design we're doing, but if you guys didn't know, chunk busters actually only break the blocks that are beneath it. So I'm pretty much building up a massive platform to go ahead and place the chunk busters on, so that way it gets rid of all the crazy terrain. Now let's go ahead and place, this is where our main base is going. This is where our shell's gonna be, a 1x1 shell. Now I've got the left chunk, the left wraps right in front of it, the right wraps, and then all the way on the right side. We've got a little bit chunked out. So now, guys, like I said, I am probably gonna go ahead and start thinking of a schematic or something to do for a base design, because as you guys know, doing base work as a solo is not gonna be fun. Okay, guys, we have been in here grinding for a fat minute. You guys can see in my balance, we almost have our $50 million. Now, guys, late last night, I'm pretty sure it's like 3 o'clock in the morning when I finally went to sleep and got out of dark zone, and then I slept for 5 hours, woke up at 8 and hopped directly back on. And now it's 10 o'clock and we are just now getting to our $50 million goal just to go ahead and get the second base upgrade. But literally the entire time I have just been selling spawners. So like skeleton spawners sell for a ton. I've been selling the iron golems. I've been selling the evokers. I've literally just been running around with all the spawners in my inventory, stacking them up, and then finally selling them when we do go ahead and get out. And now I'm not gonna lie, I'm extremely annoyed because I keep getting loot stolen. Like people keep running around taking my loot and then directly logging off. Like it's actually driving me insane. But I'm gonna go ahead and get a couple more spawners. You guys can see I'm about 500,000 away, and then I'll bring you guys right back when we're able to go ahead and get our second base claim and finally start working on the god base. Okay, the mobs finally went ahead and respawned, and in this little stack, I'm hoping I see a couple spawners that we get enough value to go ahead and get our last $200,000. And now literally what I've been doing the entire time is sitting in free look like this, making sure nobody's running up on me. So I actually found a pretty good spot where the mobs can't hit me, and it's actually pretty hard to go ahead and get into. And I mean, it's pretty obvious if you see anybody running up on you as well. Let's go ahead and sell hand, a zombie spawner, goodbye. Let's go ahead and sell hand, sell the zombie spawners, sell the iron golem spawners, sadly, sell all the diamonds, and we are so close. We need like one more spawner. It does not matter what spawner it is. And you know, I probably should be grabbing and using the mob tier pouches as well, because we're still only tier 4 as you guys saw in the last episode. But I'm not gonna lie, my entire concentration has been on money, so that's kind of my fault as well. What a freak, bro. There's no way this kid is grinding out somebody with... Okay, hold on. Let me pack him. What? I'm getting teamed on by 2 randoms, bro. Another one? Bro! There's no way a full 3-man is killing a dude in half diamond armor. Oh my god. Okay, guys, well, lucky enough for us, we should have a little bit of cactus stored up. Yep, we've got a little bit. Got 6, 12, 18, about 24 dubs full of cactus. And now I only need to go ahead and sell like 1 chest. That should put us over the mark. Okay, now /F upgrade. Check out the base claims. Level 1, you get 2 base claims for $50 million. And there we go. We can finally go ahead and get our second base claim. But now we've got $24,000. Okay, I need to go ahead and sell a couple more chests. And I need to see if I can go ahead and buy a money booster off of the auction. Please tell me someone's selling one for cheap. 90K. Okay, well, at that point, I literally only have a couple chests left to go ahead and sell. Let's go ahead and sell them really quickly. Now, this is the money that we're gonna go ahead and have to use to go ahead and start up the base. Only $600,000. Okay, we have gone ahead and cooked up the god solo base. So we're actually over here on crystal cannoning. It's pretty much just a practice cannoning server, but I actually use it to go ahead and make base schematics as well. And this is the design that we're going with. So first off, right here, you guys can see our 1x1 obsidian shell, and then we've got 1 mine chat, 2 mine chat, 3 mine chats, a bunch of pillars, and then we're actually gonna do a set of vertical filters, some more pillars once again, finsters, and now that equates to about 5 chunks of defenses, and you're allowed to have 10 on your base. So then the last 5 chunks, I think I'm pretty much just gonna do straight walls. But now I want to go ahead and get all of this up and start working on it today, so we can hopefully go ahead and start placing some spawners. But now, guys, look at all of the lava that I have to do as a solo. The vertical filters are actually not going to be that bad, but the mine chats is going to take forever. All of these are going to be stacked all the way up to like Y320, and I have to place a lava bucket on every single block for every single one of these holes you guys can see for all 3 layers. That is gonna be an absolute ton of work, especially as a solo. But now, guys, actually go ahead and copy this schematic really quickly. Area editor, move to player, corner 1, and there we go. That's on the first corner, and then I believe our schematic should go all the way over here to this block. We got corner number 2, move to the player, and there we go. That should go ahead and get us the full light medica. So that way we can go ahead and put it on our base, follow a design. That way we don't mess up anything. Let's go ahead and save it, and let's get straight to grinding. And now here we are, guys. The schematic is now loaded up on the server, and it looks absolutely beautiful. But now the whole reasoning behind this base and the design I did with the defenses is pretty much to make it as toxic as possible to raid, so the cannoner wants to like off himself. Okay, well, anyways, pretty much all these pillars, they have to readjust multiple times, and obviously with the vertical filters, they have got to readjust into more of the pillars. They've got a backstack, and then with the mine chats, they have to readjust multiple different X's, and then with the pillars and more vertical filters and finsters as well, it's kind of gonna be AIDS. And I know I'm not gonna be online defending the base. I am literally a solo, so if I get raided, I get raided. I want to make it as toxic as possible to raid. Oh yeah, guys, one more thing I forgot to mention. You need to go ahead and actually chunk bust your base, so that way you cannot get reversed. Now, pretty much, I just have enough chunks for like the regens to go ahead and finish, or the mine chats, I should say. And then after that, we really don't have any room. We can probably start on the pillars, but we're gonna need a lot more chunk busters. But obviously, having a 1x1 base, it's so nice. All we need is 2 chunk busters for like another 10 chunks, which is actually super nice compared to like a 10x10 base. So here in a little bit, I definitely need to go ahead and get my hand on some more chunk busters. And also, all you like Minecraft nerds nerds out there, bro, probably saying, Heroic, you're basically left shot. I understand that. So yeah, I'm not too worried about it. I did not want to do an entire base of wraps as a solo. Like, I would rather put toothpicks under my toenails and kick a wall or something. I don't know, bro. Okay, guys, we have came to the point where we need to go ahead and start filling up our mine shats. And I missed the block. There we go. And now you guys can see we've got the watering and everything laid out. And now if we take a look at the shop, an infinite gen bucket for lava is $4,000 every single use. So we're simply not doing that. In our cactus farm in our F home, we have got a chest full of empty buckets. So we're gonna go ahead and take a bunch of these, probably close to a full inventory. And then we have also got a bunch of fire resistant potions. And what we're gonna do is actually go ahead and do a random TP. Let's just pick a random zone like Nova. And then we're going to the Nova Nether. And we're going to go ahead and find a big lava pit and manually fill the buckets. So that way we can manually fill the regens. It's a grind, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, here we are. And now we probably should go ahead and get a claim and start filling up all of our lava. This is gonna take a while. We've got a full inventory full of lava buckets. Let's go ahead and use our fire resistance. And now everywhere that you see these 1x1 holes, we have to drop all the way to the bottom 319 blocks in total and place lava all the way up like this. This is actually gonna take forever. And just imagine if I had made like a 2x2 base or something, it would be like 8 times worse. This single one took me like 2 minutes to go ahead and fill. Let me count them all and then do the math and see how long in total this is gonna take. I'm gonna cry, bro. 90 in total I have to fill all the way times 2. That's 180. That's 180 minutes. So 3 hours, give or take. Plus I have to go back and continue to fill up with lava. It's probably gonna take close to 4. And that is just for the mine chats. But I actually do want to go ahead and do the watering really quickly. I think it is set up completely correct. Place bucket here, here, here. Yeah. A lot of people with the regens don't actually realize that one of the most important things is actually the water flow. A lot of people probably would have just placed water buckets on the outside, but that would pretty much make your regens not work at all. And if I'm placing all this lava, I want it to freaking regen. So the water, as you guys can see, has a current that is flowing into the block, and that is actually how you make it go into the block to regen. So that's why I've got all this netherrack set up like this. I'll actually go ahead and show you guys how to do it really quickly. So we're gonna place water in all of these blocks leading into this little 1x1. And now obviously if you just go ahead and start mining the netherrack carelessly, the water is just gonna combine, turn into like a massive puddle, and that is not what we want. So there's actually kind of like an order of operations for this. What we need to go ahead and do is actually mine the bottom block out beneath it. Go ahead and do that for all of those. And then we need to go ahead and mine the top block out. You guys can see it is still going to the 1x1. It is not spreading around. There we go. We're getting them all completely mined. And then finally we can go ahead and mine the last remaining blocks. You guys can see the water is still staying into the 1x1. It is not flowing. It is not spreading all over. The water current is literally one of the most important part of the regens. And for the backside, it's also super simple as well. You want it flowing into the back of it. So this is the front. This is where they're cannoning. This is where our base is. This is the backside. You want it just flowing into the back of the double block. And then you mine the 2 blocks underneath it. You mine the top one. And then you mine the one beneath that as well. And that is pretty much how you set them up. And then obviously fill the lava. And it should go ahead and start regenning. And now the ones in the front, you actually don't need full lava sources for. You can actually just put like 1 bucket on top, which is probably what I'll go ahead and do. It'll be like this. You don't need full lava sources in the front ones. Oh my god, guys. I am absolutely exhausted, okay? So you guys can see our mine chats are completely finished. All of these are completely full of lava source blocks. We've got the water flowing into it. These 3 sets of regens completely finished. Now over here on this side, we have got our first set of pillars completely done. We have also got our vertical filters completely finished as well. These are actually pretty easy to do. Like these actually fly by. And we've got our second set of vertical filters, and then we have our finsters laid out as well. Now, if you guys don't actually know what finsters are, pretty much, I have them just like the first 2 laid out here. Now, finsters are literally just anti-nukes. All it does when a cannon goes ahead and shoots, it really just doesn't nuke all the way down like a normal sand wall would. It makes it so you have to shoot through the same sand wall multiple times, and pretty much just makes the base a lot more toxic to raid for whoever is cannoning it. And obviously, that's my goal. I do not want to get raided. I want this base to be as toxic as possible to raid. So hopefully everybody stays away from it, especially since we have 0 value. But now I'm almost finished with the filters over there. And then we also have this side to go ahead and do as well. But now I also do want to go ahead and show you guys really quickly how to do the vertical filters, which are actually an underutilized and super easy defense to actually go ahead and make. So we have this set up here. And now you guys can see these 2 blocks are offset completely. So you guys can see this block right here is lined up with nothing. This block right here is lined up with nothing. And it will continue up that way. And this is actually how we make them. Every other block we just skip, we just place a lava bucket. You guys can see it flows into the water, creates the block. And obviously when you break it, it does go ahead and regen as well, which this is actually like a super aids the defense to go ahead and deal with. So I highly recommend putting these on your base as well. Now guys, the filters on every single side of our base is completely finished. Now it is time to go ahead and start the finsters, but the only thing is I will be gone for the entire weekend. It's already like 1:30 in the morning, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. I will bring you guys all back either Sunday night or Monday morning, and we will see how the base has withstood and is literally only halfway finished. The god base is going to be finished in today's episode. I am struggling, okay? I am now back from my couple days away, and we've got some good news and also some bad news. Because if we go ahead and take a look at our base, it actually looks absolutely beautiful. 3 mine shafts, pillars, vertical filters, more pillars, finsters completely finished, and now all we have left is to go ahead and gen straight walls, which will literally take like an hour in total. It'll fly by since it's only a 1-chunk base. So in the next clip, literally our base will be completely finished, the god solo base. If you guys want this schematic, go ahead and drop a comment down below. I'll definitely hook you guys up. I'll actually go ahead and put it in my Discord. Join my community Discord. The link will be in the description, and you'll go ahead and find a channel called Hxroic Skims, and it'll definitely be in there. But now guys, for the bad news, if we go ahead and check out our cactus farm, it is absolutely in trembles. And now there is no claims in the area nearby. I guess you guys go ahead and see. This is where we had our cactus farm. It was a 4-sided cactus farm. They looted all of my chests, all of my spawners. They ruined my auto brewer and all of my hard work, guys. They actually sagged this and canned it probably like for hours. Like they literally tried to ocean my cactus farm. Like how cringe can you be? Since I was away for a couple days, they probably thought they got away with it. They have no idea who did it, but you're wrong. If we go ahead and check my inventory, I picked this up. Luke 140 was one of the people who was obviously here. Now if we go ahead and check out his faction, Luke 140 is an Exidium, which they used to be called Tempest, and now I kind of understand why they took their anger out on my cactus farm. On my main account, I am in the top faction, and we rated them like 8 times, but who's counting? So all I'm gonna say is, once I get this god base up, I'm hopping on my main account and I'm actually oceaning their base. Like it's just happening. So yeah, we basically have no way of making money at the moment besides Dark Zone. So the next couple of days are gonna be rough. The base is finished. Oh my god, finally. Now we have got a full 10-chunk base protecting absolutely no value. So I think that is where the very next episode is coming into. We're gonna set up grinders. We're gonna go to the Dark Zone. We're gonna get a bunch of spawners. Now here still in today's episode, I do want to go ahead and do a couple of things as well. I need to go ahead and set up those auto brewers that we did in the cactus farm as well, but I also want to go ahead and set up one for speed, strength, fire resistance, and obviously instant healths as well. Let's go ahead and set up a massive system to get us unlimited pots so we don't gotta manually brew anymore. We have gone ahead and set up an absolutely massive auto brewer. We've got instant health potions, fire resistance, speed 2, as well as strength 2 as well. Strength 2 throwables, speed 2 throwables, fire resistant throwables, and also instant health 2 throwables. We also went ahead and laid out the ingredients and everything that we need for it. So we're basically ready to head back to Dark Zone any time possible, because we do also have this full-on dark set that we got the last time in the Dark Zone. And while it may not be the best, it is definitely better than just the regular kit tier 4. But now if we go ahead and roam really quickly, you guys can see down here I have got a bunch of rev layers. We've got some regen rev layers, and then we've got our auto brewers a little way down. I'll probably go ahead and add a couple rev layers. Oh, I already did. I'll probably go ahead and add a couple more, and then in the next episode, all the way up here above this obsidian line, we are going to go ahead and start making the creeper farm and possibly even the iron golem farm as well, and probably evokers as well, because we do need some totems of undying to go ahead and continue PvPing. But now guys, every single one of these solo series episodes takes so long to do. Like literal days of playtime goes into the recording, and then 3 to 4 hours of editing. So if you guys would go ahead and support the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll go ahead and see you guys all in the very next episode. Peace out.